It's Monday. I am so glad to be here with you all today. I'm just up and about, taking a little break, getting ready for some lunch. I've been doing some coaching today and hanging out. Listen, y'all, I just watched recently Derek Delgado's In and of Itself, which you can find on Hulu, and it is just an amazing, amazing one-man show. There are like these little vignettes that he does, and there are so many takeaways. If you are a Beyond Survivor or a Beyond Surviving graduate, then you are going to hear a lot of echoes of the Beyond Surviving work in his narratives. And one of the things, but go check it out either way. One of the things that I love that in this, one of the vignettes that he did is the idea of like, he's exploring what he calls the woof, right? He tells the story. I'm not going to tell you all the story. Go watch it. But the idea of like, there being this, this part of ourselves, these characteristics, these qualities that we might think of as like our shadow parts or our dark parts, the part of us that can lash out, the part of us that can get, show up in the world not as our best self. Maybe we do things that we regret or that we feel bad about. And how a lot of transformation healing work purports this idea of like we're supposed to eradicate this part of ourself. And I think that is troublesome. And I think the way that he talks about this is really helpful to understand that like sometimes people are surprised, right? They don't expect for certain people to have, qualities or characteristics, or to show up in the world maybe as angry or difficult or whatever it might be. And so that's really limiting for ourselves and for other people. People are very dynamic. And the thing of it is that in cancel culture, we have this idea of like, well, you make a mistake, you do something. I'm not talking about sexual trauma, harassment, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know me better than that. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. But we have a little bit of lack of capacity for people, I think, these days. And so all I'm getting at is like, I can see and embrace the parts of myself that are wolf-like. And I certainly have my moments in life and in my journey where I am not like doing my very best, right? I can feel like, ooh, I'm so glad nobody is here watching me behave this way because this is not a good look, Rachel. Get it together. But I really, really advocate for myself and for my clients deep self-compassion and really recognizing that our journey is not about being not messy. Our journey is not about, showing up in these perfect, beautiful models of transformed and zen and always on point and never having a struggle or a hard day. That model does not work for life. And so I am so a wolf, and I expect you to find your wolf and really embrace it. Like, we don't want to cause destruction in the world. We don't want to cause harm. If we cause harm, we want to clean it up. We want to fix that. But you cannot eradicate fully 100% the parts of yourself that are tender or wounded, and that you might find yourself lashing out. Can you temper it? Sure. Can you acknowledge it? Hell yes. Can you clean it up when you don't show up in the world the way that you really want? Most definitely. But be okay with being dynamic, being your full, messy, wonderful, wild, animalistic self. Step out, explore. And as always, if I can be of any help to you, I'm here. Reach out. I'll see y'all again soon. Time for lunch.